bring in Colin Turner. He's a business advisor. He advises companies like GlaxoSmithKline. He advises their CEOs. Also RBS, one of his clients. He's also an author of books on various management topics. Colin, we want to talk more about this bonuses issue because we have this clawback issue at Lloyds where you have Eric Daniels having his 2010 bonus cut by 40%. So he's no longer the CEO. They're going back and taking away his bonus along with part of his bonus along with 12 other executives at Lloyds. What kind of a precedent is that?
Well, quite rightly so, because actually it happened on their watch. I mean, there's a whole perception about bonuses. Joe Public, as far as Joe Public's concerned, is that you get bonus for exemplary action, etc., extra work. Now, if you're a business owner and you lose a fortune, then you are wiped out. If you're a banker and you lose somebody else's fortune, then you get a bonus. Now, that perception is a real challenge. But if you do something under your watch and the bonus culture is actually worked out on developing that, then it has to be clawed back. It has to be. Basically, the whole bonus structure is structured wrong within banking, and that's the challenge.
It seems surprising that we haven't heard of these clawbacks before. I mean, especially when the perception is, as you say, you call it a challenge, but that is the reality, isn't it? Bankers are getting away with it effectively.
Yeah, and they say it's unfair to lose it and it's fair. Now, it's not fair. We don't get what we deserve in life. We get what we negotiate in life. And bankers are good negotiators. They're good at negotiating everything all the time. And they're good at negotiating good bonuses. So what they've got to do now is they've got to rethink things. For example, RBS have reduced their bonuses and Lloyds have reduced their bonuses, but they've actually increased the fixed remuneration by the same amount anyway. Which
is why we've looked at the overall figures, and it looks like RBS's bonus pool's down 21%, which isn't actually that much when you consider a lot of the French banks are down more than 30%. Lloyds came out today, said its bonus pool's down 30%. Shouldn't RBS be doing more? I mean, the government has said that they should be a back marker for the industry.
Now, first of all, RBS is doing an incredible job. I mean, they've reduced 700 billion on their balance. They've done an amazing job. One of the worst tasks ever. And Stephen Hester's, former chairman of British Land, fantastic chap. But the key thing is the way they structure the bonuses. It antagonises the public because they don't understand that bonus system. So the thing is, they've got to change everything completely on that basis.
They say that they have done that. They've made people's salaries, their fixed salaries, bigger and their bonuses lower. But what's the argument for bankers being paid in the traditional way that they're paid anyway? Why can't they just be paid like the rest of us?
There's no argument. It's an argument they've created themselves. They should be paid like the rest of us. If you do a good job, you get paid. You don't get a bonus for doing what you've been paid. You get a bonus for doing something exemplary, particularly if you're losing somebody else's money, etc. But I think that's part of the challenge. The challenge is they have been instilled in them, in the culture, that the bonus is part of the remuneration. For Joe Public, it isn't like that.
So what is going to overcome this challenge for
bankers? They will
rethink
something new. For example, already HBS, which is going to probably produce profits of 15 billion on Monday, they're going to say, right, we've been told by the Bank of England to reduce, not reduce our capital. So let's find a new way of paying bonuses. Let's issue more shares.
Without government regulation, though, they're not going to do it, are they? And that's really the only way, by changing this pay structure. You're arguing that they can change that public perception.
I think they should do it because of the public perception. I mean, it shouldn't be a witch hunt, and it shouldn't be government regulation. It should be good integrity. Since when did a contract replace integrity?
They've had years, though, now, to do it.
They've had years, and we've looked through over the history, and they keep going back and up and up and back. And I'm sure this won't be the last time we'll see it.
Yeah.
But they've got to be able to be doing something now. And they've got to rethink. As I find my CEOs, you know, you're good at negotiating. You take the initiatives. You create derivatives, futures.
Colin, we've got to leave it there. Colin Turner, business advisor, thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks, Lindsay. Thank you.